So
Hi guys, this is Sachin and I'm the founder of Low Suit and I have with me my...
this is freaking Sid Boson. I am a climate enthusiast. Hashtag not a tree hugger. And Sachin, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, why did you interrupt me?
Okay.
So basically me and Sid were having a conversation on WhatsApp about how EVs are good. I believe that EVs are good and he believes that
I don't.
EVs are just a facade. So we decided, okay, let's
It's
make
not a
video
belief,
about
it's a
it.
fact.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it and let's find it out.
Round 1. Fight.
I will make you say it from your mouth.
The fact that you are, you are just boasting about the argument before making the argument means that
Wait and
your
watch.
argument is going
Wait
to be
and
hollow.
watch. Wait and
It's
watch.
not.
I'll ask you certain questions.
that's
You give me one word answers. What do EVs run on?
Electricity
Where is this electricity stored?
in batteries,
Where is this battery charged at?
charging stations.
How is the electricity produced from these charging stations? Where is that coming from? That electricity that is being
That's
produced?
coming from predominantly coal-based sources and
Akbar! Akbar! Akbar!
So basically,
Okay, wait.
basically EVs claim to be very eco-friendly when the primary source of electricity is coming from a fossil fuel. It is almost like सुट्टा बेचने वाला कैंसर की ट्रीटमेंट कर रहा है.
so the point is, while there is significant amount of electricity that is being generated via coal, in a lot of developing and developed countries where the energy demands are high, there is a big switch that is happening towards renewable sources. Not 100% of all the electricity that is being generated is
But a majority
coal-based. Majority is, but still it's like 30% difference is a lot of difference. Right? With time, renewable supply of electricity is increasing. So what is the trend that we are seeing based on past data is there is a fast rate at which this share of renewables is increasing. Even in India for that matter, Reliance and Adani, right? Both of them have decided to put in almost like cumulatively $30 billion just in upgrading electric infrastructure, like renewable infrastructure of India. Right, so there is definitely a move towards that because fossil fuels are limited and the world is also realizing it.
But that exactly brings me to my second concern. So it has a production process. Once it is being produced, it has a driving emission. Emission is cost in production and emission is cost when driving. The production emission actually increases multiple folds. It's very anti-climate change is that batteries have certain parts which are not there in normal cars, which is run by fossil fuels. There are already like shit tons of cars in the world. The goal is to eventually replace fossil fuel cars and bring in EV cars, correct? That is the dream, that is the utopia that we are going towards.
Correct.
If that actually has to happen, you can only imagine the kind of change it would take place in the production process, which again increases the amount of energy, which again creates a lot of feedback.
Alright.
And it's again a runaway engine.
So essentially the point that you're making is that you're talking about batteries and you're saying that batteries are basically made up of minerals and those minerals have to be dug up in order to create those batteries and you need a lot of batteries. So there is a lot of waste. I completely agree to that. However, if you look at it in global context, if you look at it, the amount of electricity that is or the energy that is used to actually dug up oil wells, it's much more. There is unprecedented research going on in the battery space. So there is flywheel based batteries that are there in very like prototype stage, very early stages. Apart from that, supercapacitor based batteries that get charged in 10 seconds, 15 seconds. And models of those batteries are already there, like prototypes of those kind of batteries are
Now you're
already there.
talking more in visionary terms.
No.
than realistic
I'm not
terms.
talking about visionary terms. I'm
You are
saying,
saying कि
if you
future
look
में
at
ऐसा कुछ आ जाएगा,
नहीं.
progress हो
So,
जाएगा, but that
understand.
is very far from reality.
So I'll tell you how the picture is building up. Fossil fuel खत्म हो रहा है, ठीक है? एक point के बाद fossil fuel खत्म ही हो जाएगा. That means you will not be able to run regular cars.
You are basically saying that all of this is important because we are going to have one future which is going to be great and everybody are going to fulfill their promises. Everything is going to happen. It sounds really good, but it sounds too good to be true.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Every night, I
but the thing is that is what is like the thing is
I
now this
understand
time
that is
it's
what
about
is required.
the required is that is going to happen as a natural course. Like that is what everyone is betting on. Like the best of the best minds in the world are betting on this. They are not dumb
Okay, let's
that
do
they are
one
betting
thing.
on this.
We've
The
spoken a
governments
lot-
are moving towards that. The economy is moving towards renewable. Governments want renewable because
Agree.
it doesn't make sense for Indian
Agree.
government to rely on fossil fuel based.
Agree. Tell me one thing.
Huh.
We've spoken about issues that are there in a production manufacturing basis. I've said ki primary energy resources from fossil fuels, and I've also said ki new avenues will be opened like more mining, etc. Let's forget about the whole production thing. Let's get to the consumer end. I want to buy a car. Okay, at the end of the day, the people who are actually going to buy it are consumers. If consumers don't buy it, nothing is going to happen, no matter how crazily you increase production and do whatever it is.
Yeah.
If the consumer doesn't buy it, it's game over. I am a consumer, I want to buy a car. Why do I want a car? I want convenience. Correct. India does not have an infrastructure. If my car breaks down in the middle of a trip to going to Goa, I can't go to Goa with a car from Bangalore.
Correct.
Because it gives me like about 120 miles on a full charge. I can't do any kind of long drives. And another thing is, it is significantly more expensive than buying a normal car. And I also have to compromise on the level of convenience that I have, just so that I can believe in a facade that I am doing something good for the environment.
Yeah.
There is no incentive for me to even do any of that, and since there are no charging stations across, there is no infrastructure that is even laid out. There are very little
You're saying
incentives for
that
me
it
to
just
do it.
doesn't make sense, right?
It doesn't make sense. The economics doesn't make sense.
While I have to agree to the fact that there are limitations in terms of range, and looking at Indian road conditions, probably EVs are not that great. However, if you're somebody who travels within the city most of the times and doesn't use your vehicle to go too far,
Yeah, but then
you
I
can-
should be someone who earns like a freaking 5 crore a year or something.
Who said an EV is for 50 lakhs? How much is it for?
Starts at around 14 lakhs.
Now look at EV two-wheelers.
Two-wheelers. No.
No, arey.
Almost a lakh.
Ab now look at an Activa and compare the price. So what I'm saying is, range is a compromise that you have to do if you want to get into EV. Obviously,
I might get an EV scooter.
final point is ki
何お前は
everyone has a role in the society. Everyone has a role. Some people have the role of pressurizing the government to change the policies. Some people have the role of innovating and coming up with better products, like more efficient products. Some people have the role of becoming the early adopters of those products because they want that future, right? So they become that early adopter of that product. And some people are like, we'll wait for everyone else for all these things to get fixed before we move ahead. You are one of those who wants to wait until everyone else like entrepreneurs and business owners and NGOs and activists and all of that, they do their job, and once there is like full-fledged infrastructure, that's the time when you will make that switch. लिमिटेशंस हैं, डेफिनेटली लिमिटेशंस हैं, बट हमारे जैसे लोग जो थोड़े पढ़े लिखे हैं, जो ये मानते हैं कि क्लाइमेट चेंज रियल है, ये तो मानते हो आप? आप मानते हो ना? ये आप मानते हो क्लाइमेट चेंज रियल है, ठीक है? तो हमारे जैसे लोग जो थोड़े बहुत पढ़े लिखे हैं और अगर अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं और अगर कोई डिसीजन ले रहे हैं अपनी लाइफ में, तो मेरे हिसाब से लाइक बाइंग डिसीजन ले रहे हैं, अगर उनको कोई व्हीकल चाहिए तो ईवीज की तरफ जाना ज़्यादा बेटर होगा. थोड़ा बहुत कॉम्प्रोमाइजेस होंगे, बट इट विल बी अ वाइजर डिसीजन इन जनरल. हाँ, मैं तो ले रहा हूँ भाई, मैंने तो डिसाइड कर लिया है, मैं तो डेफिनेटली ले ले रहा हूँ. तेरे को नहीं लेना तो
you will have to face whatever it is, you have to face the fucking consequences.
That's okay. I don't think that this conversation is going anywhere.
You have to compromise.
Guys, let us know what do you think in the comments below. And let us know what your opinion is about this. This is Sachin. This is Sid Sadly, I was not able to convince him. Yeah, and by the way, one more thing. If you believe that climate change is real and if you really want to become sustainable, make sure that you know what your carbon footprint is. For that, you can check out the carbon calculator on our website. Once you know your carbon footprint, then it becomes easier to move towards the sustainable journey. That's the first thing. Second thing is that we have an awesome community of people on Discord who are very, very climate conscious, have been working in sustainability, have hands-on experience on sustainability, students, founders, investors, you name it, everyone's there. So yeah, I think you should join that community if you really want to make a difference.